In the year 2025, we're currently in, Buffalo Trace has had quite a few kicks to the ding-dong from Mother Nature. A lot of flooding happened there down in Frankfort, Kentucky, but you know what? They made it out just fine. They flooded the market with the OG release of the Buffalo Trace, and we got a bottle of that. But what we're doing today, in a side-by-side, is the OG versus the Hy-Vee Lee Summit West barrel pick of this bad boy right here. Rumored to be aged around 9 years.
9 to 10.
I'm ready for this. Y'all ready for this?
Let's go!
I can imagine a lot more interesting ways of spending a night in a county jail than that. Anyway, so hello everyone. Welcome to this episode of the Savor the Burn podcast. My name is Jonathan. Across the barrels from me is Mr. W2. How do you do?
Doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, especially because right now we have between us the return of Casey Kidd. A round of applause.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that.
It's so good to see y'all again. Thank you so much.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute, and you both still just glowing, looking wonderful as you always do. I see the
it's the baby oil.
You've been working, making amazing episodes. I'm so proud of what y'all have been doing, and
we're proud of what you've been doing.
Oh, thank you.
We'll get into that later, because Mr. President. But we're really looking forward to that.
Thanks.
Thank you for following along. Be sure to subscribe and notificate the bells and the share with all the peoples everywhere on video and audio only. We're happy to have you along and share it with your fellow whiskey enthusiasts. And if you know anybody that has had this bottle, the Lee Summit West barrel pick from Buffalo Trace, let us know what they think and send this to them so they can let us know what they think. I'm not sure where I was going with that one, but anyway.
Well, if
talk to me about this bottle.
If for no other reason, I'm excited for this one because the OG Buffalo Trace, no age statement, but is roughly a 5 to 7 year bourbon.
Oh, is it?
This barrel pick, according to Ralph out at the Lee Summit Hy-Vee, according to him, this is a 9 to 10 year barrel.
Okay.
So there's still no official age statement with it, but he says that this barrel that was picked is between 9 and 10 years, and so I'm expecting those flavors that are there to be bumped up a little bit. And actually, just sitting right here, it's slightly darker depending on where you're looking. I mean, even from every angle, it's a little bit darker.
Yeah, this mash bill I heard was rumored to be mashed with moon water instead of the regular limestone water. I'm making all that up. Anyway, so this I know we've done a review for the original Buffalo Trace. So we're not doing a review on that one. If you want to see that one, it's in a past episode.
We've also done a single barrel from Atlanta.
That was a store. It was a little store, right?
It was a little store.
In
Atlanta, Georgia.
And that was so good.
Yeah.
Your sister sent us that bottle, didn't she?
Yep, Faith got that one for us. So according to Ralph from Hy-Vee Lee Summit, this is between 9 and 10 years. It is still 90 proof, just like the other Buffalo Trace, which I think will lend itself to a great comparison. And just to recap for those who may not know, it's like finding a hidden gem, carefully selected to delight your senses. There has been whiskey made on the site of Buffalo Trace Distillery in Frankfort, Kentucky for more than 200 years. The first distillery operation that can be continuously traced to Buffalo Trace was started in 1812 by Harrison Blanton. Yes, that Blanton.
That one.
He sold the operation in 1870 and it was renamed the Old Fire Copper OFC Distillery. It has been bought and sold many times over the intervening decades, but Sazerac has owned the property since 1992. They produce a wide range of bourbons and spirits, including their signature bourbon. Quote from Ralph Bondon, the manager there at the Lee Summit Hy-Vee. I picked this out almost 9 months ago, and it is so good. Aged longer than regular Buffalo Trace, our store pick is between 9 and 10 years old and has a more complex flavor, including caramel and vanilla notes with a touch of spice. So, we're excited, Ralph.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Ralph. I want to meet Ralph.
You guys can get your nose on these. This is the OG.
This is the OG, okay?
You know, so it's what you expect. It's got that.
Dude, Ralph does such
classic
a great job with specifically the Lee Summit Hy-Vee, but I think he does the barrel picks for
several
a
levels.
lot of the entire Hy-Vee network.
Pause for bottle pop. That's what you expect.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But as you were saying,
he does such a great job. They always have top notch barrel picks.
and I posted these.
Smells
these
like Buffalo Trace
in the what's it called in the socials, the groups that we're a part of. Mm-hmm. And now don't get these mixed up. Try to keep this probably on the left because that's how I'm going to have them situated here on the barrel.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. But I posted pictures of these guys here, and nobody had anything bad to say about if they had anything to say about the Buffalo Trace bottles. They didn't have anything bad to say about the barrel pick bottles. So I guess Mr. Ralph knows exactly what he's doing. Oh, you couldn't get those two mixed up anyway. Look how dark that one is compared to that one. I mean, it's not super dark compared, but I mean it's darker.
I've heard a few people talk about single barrel offerings in general being hit or miss because it is.
I can see that.
It is a single barrel, and I definitely can't argue that. Specifically, Blanton's. A lot of people poo on Blanton's because it varies so widely. Mm-hmm. You know, some are good, some are bad, some are just kind of okay. They're single barrels. Mm-hmm. That is what comes with the territory when you get into a single barrel offering. I have always been, and I still remain, under the impression that, especially with something like this, Blanton's, that's a different story for a different episode, because Blanton's is all, single barrel is all Blanton's is.
Yeah.
There is not a batched version of Blanton's. But when it comes to something like this, I stand by the fact that a single barrel store pick offering of something that is batch, something that is a staple in the bourbon shelves, being a store pick, being a single barrel is an opportunity for it to be a step or two higher, because it not only had to get past quality control of the distillery, but you then had a panel of people from the store, from the organization, whoever's picking the barrel, that are actually sitting around and tasting and comparing a handful of barrels to select the one that they like the best. Now, that barrel is going to align with their palate, first and foremost. It may not align with your palate, but I just feel strongly that a single barrel like that, because it has another level of discernment when selected, it has a strong opportunity to be at least a notch higher than the standard offering. That's my soapbox for this one.
Well, that's every word you said makes sense. Like it just does, because we talked about the single barrel or the barrel pick kind of program, like you said, with the Blantons, with this, that, and the other thing, that everything that we've bought or received as a gift. I mean, you never know what you're gonna get, and sometimes it's a knockout of the park. Sometimes it's just not. And you talked about the barrel pick programs, and like there's a panel of people that choose which barrel gets picked. I mean, you have like 5 or 6 different barrels sometimes. Sometimes
right.
3 or whatever.
Yeah. And sometimes it's just a single person that's making the decision and selecting it. More times than not, you have a couple people, or like in the Casey Whiskey Guild, the bottle pick that I went on, there were dozens of people that were there, and everyone got a chance to try samples from 6 different barrels, and everyone picked their top 2. They whittled it down to the top 2 majority picked, and then from there we tasted again, and then decided on majority picked the right one.
And nobody's going to pick that nasty barrel. Everybody's picking their favorite.
Right.
If it's Buffalo Trace and you're a Buffalo Trace fan, you're going to like each and every one of them. But there's one of them that you're going to love more than all of them. And that's the one you want to pick.
And I just feel like that, especially with something like this, Buffalo Trace is not going to allow a barrel to go out to be potentially selected unless they've at least signed off on it.
Okay. I didn't think about that. But yeah,
I mean, there's a whole quality control thing. They're not going to, especially with how temperamental barrels can be and temperature and all that. A barrel may not be ready at X time frame, so they're tasting it along the way. I feel like they're not going to allow that barrel to be a candidate to be selected until they're like, this is Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, that makes sense. What are you guys getting off the nose? Harsh segue. Sorry, but yeah, I mean, what are you guys getting off the nose?
Are we still OG?
We can go OG real quick.
I mean, OG is we've done it already,
Usual
but
suspects. There's citrus. There's
it's caramel. It's vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla.
Citrus, light oak.
Yeah.
Maybe some brown sugar.
I almost put that on the palate without the toast. Cheers, genitals. Let's give this a little taste here. 90 proof. Mm-hmm. All 90 Buffalo proof. Trace, barrel pick or not, it's going to be 90 proof, right? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. It's if you've had it, you know exactly what's going on here. And like I said, we did a full review on the OG bottle anyway. Maybe
if we can get this guy to just be quiet, we could maybe get a word in here or there.
Listen, I'm right here. I'm returning back. I'm trying to.
This is what he does when he watches this on YouTube. Just like, yeah, okay.
Usually I talk more. I'm like, on YouTube, I'm like, oh, that's a really good point. I heard you.
He's like the Canadian guy. What? No way. For fuck's sake.
Well, I just think that
it's out in his garage and opens up.
I will say, like, pizza. Right now, I'm just being a sponge because what you're talking about in the sense of how much the quality control for something like Buffalo Trace and making sure that it lives up to that standard, right? Like how important that is. It's not with potentially other spots that they're just going to be. Here's the barrel. Yeah. We did this. Take a look at it. Taste it.
Kick it out the door.
Let's go. We'll go with it. And so I mean,
next.
Instantly when we tasted it and saw your reaction of, "Yep, that's Buffalo Trace. I know that. I'm aware of what this is supposed to taste like, how this is supposed to be." That's really important, especially to people who are regular. Customers buying that, right? Because they know that they're going to be getting some type of quality and that consistent basis that I'm going to have.
You know what? Full disclosure: since Buffalo Trace decided to flood the market, every liquor store now has 6 pallets of this stuff.
Oh man,
it's just stacked up everywhere. Full display. It's beautiful. It's everything I wanted to see 6 years ago. But whatever. Here we are.
375, 750s, and 1.5s.
Yeah, those things are everywhere. And you know what? I'm happy to see it because it's a decent bourbon. I mean, it's for a distillery's base level offering. It's decent. The only, if you could call it a negative comment, anything anybody said in those posts I made, they said it's okay. It's great as a mixer. And you know what? That's fine. I'll take that. I mean, it's the original base level offering from a distillery. Do with that as you will. And so I said that because I probably had 2 bottles since they flooded the market just like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
So I was ready for this one and really stoked to see this barrel pick coming out of Hy-Vee.
It's not an Eagle Rare. It's not an E.H. Taylor. It's not a Blanton's. It is definitely a $20, $30 bottle. But it's a pretty great, and depending on where you go, there's a couple places I've seen that currently have it for $22.99 or $22.88.
Yeah.
Bubbles has it for $22.98.
Yeah, and I think that's what I got it at Price Chopper.
For $23, it's a great bottle.
Yeah.
Hands down. The economics are there.
That's the OG.
Yeah.
If you know it, you know it. Let's get some.
So, how about the store pick? What are we getting on the nose? Tasty Kid, what are you getting on the nose?
Yeah, I want to know what you guys are picking up. I have some things written down here. I just want to know if you guys are picking up what I'm.
So I think the immediate one is that citrus. Like,
okay,
it's pushed through, at least for me, in the nose.
Ooh.
And then a little bit of maybe caramel. I would get that like kind of on the back end of it.
See, this one,
or the brown sugar, maybe.
The typical caramel for me is more of a burnt toffee in this one.
Okay.
Which they're siblings. They're very close, but
yeah, they're like 5
caramel, butterscotch,
it's
toffee.
like 5 minutes separation, maybe even 3 minutes separation.
Yeah.
When you're cooking them, and oops, it's burnt.
I need to spend more time in the candy store. I feel like I haven't had enough toffee or
clearly
in my life or anything.
Look at you, look at me.
Listen,
I know candy.
Oh, I thought
that's how I got this.
I thought because I already kind of have that like brown sugar toffee vibe looking.
Brown sugar. I see what you did there. Okay, all right. That took way too long for me to get.
But anyway,
he threw down the race card, and I was not ready for it.
I threw down the chocolate card. You know, hey, yeah.
Black cherry.
Well, okay, all right, okay. I didn't write that down.
Black cherry.
Speaking of black.
Listen, talking about.
Speaking of black cherry,
hey.
her name was Natalie, and it was 6th grade. Anyway, so I picked up tobacco.
I'm back here. I'm back in this spot.
I picked up some oak and caramel and the nutmeg.
There was a little bit of tobacco on that.
For me, it's the defining baking spice. I could have just put down baking spice, you know.
Yep.
But for me, the defining baking spice is nutmeg. There's also cinnamon, probably. There's also, baking spice, however you want to say it.
Didn't say it before, but I'm getting it on both of these. A little bit of mint.
All right. So mint is what I usually pick up on, not on the nose, but on the palate and on the finish. But you're picking it up on the nose.
On the nose, yep.
Okay.
How about we get that on the palate?
Well, real quick, tell me if I'm crazy. We already know. But tell me if you're picking up a little something that we pick up off of Sazerac rye, the maple syrup.
Not on the nose, I'm not.
No, really?
I'm not.
Man, I swear I'm smelling it.
But that's okay. Write it down.
Right.
Write it down.
I did. And I was waiting for somebody else to say it. I already wrote it, so let's get it on the palate.
Cheers.
Cheers to Ralph and everybody at Lee Summit West.
Thanks, Ralph.
Hy-Vee. And Ralph.
Ralph, what are you doing, bud? That's fantastic.
Right? There's no way that's Buffalo Trace. It has to be because we're picking up the usual suspects here. Oh,
that's a vanilla custard
mint
/ vanilla bean.
What's wild is how many flavors are pushing through with this versus this. Like I wanted to make a comment about making the economical choice with something like Buffalo Trace, where someone's making comments about, well, it's a mixer. It's like, again, you don't always want to use your, best ammunition, if you will, for cocktails or certain things like that, especially if you have a wide audience of, guests or people that are going to be there and you're hosting. So it's like having something that is kind of a reliable source that is cost friendly, economic friendly, that tastes great, that you could have, as a standalone drink if you want, or do a mixer. Like, there's something to be said about that. But then when you get to this thing, and it's pushing through flavors and notes that are wild, it's so good by comparison.
What else are you guys picking up on the palate? I mean, there's mint for me. The mint showed up. You said vanilla custard and vanilla bean. I think that caramel.
Yeah,
the oak. The oak's a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
That vanilla at the
maybe
end.
A little bit of a char.
That vanilla at the end.
The vanilla pushes right on to the finish, and then
crazy.
It just keeps going.
Yeah, it's. I really.
Yeah, it comes in like a steamroller and just doesn't stop. Yep. And the caramel, I think the caramel carries through. It feels like it evolved from dollar store chocolate to or dollar store caramel to fancy caramel. I got nothing. I don't know where you would go to get fancy caramel, but it seems like it's It doesn't. This caramel doesn't taste like poverty. This tastes like they meant to do it.
That bougie.
Gonna drop it from 90 to.
That bougie caramel.
2 drops ain't gonna drop it.
Gonna drop it to.
It's just gonna.
Gonna drop it to like 30.
That's gonna just open up some
Drop it
flavors.
way down.
2 drops.
Oh.
The OG is nose is a little bit hotter.
Right? After the water. 2. That was probably.
Yeah, but I think it did. I think it did also pre-water. Pre and post.
Oh, I did a lot more than that.
The single barrel select, I feel like drinks a lot lower proof than the OG because that's what the single barrel is bringing to the table is a little bit of rounding of the sharp
It brought
sharp
everything
corners.
up, but rounded it. You know, and it's I'd agree with that totally.
Chocolate comes out. That is a nice milk chocolate.
I like the description of what you're saying about like it rounded it up because I was trying to figure out how to describe the which one is this?
That's the original.
Yep.
And that's the barrel pick.
So like when I was thinking about the original one and just like that taste, it feels like it just has a strong foundation. Is the best way to describe it.
Mm-hmm. Unless you don't.
Excuse me. It has a strong foundation. So like it feels, I wouldn't say flat, but it just feels like you have those notes and it's kind of like there they are, at least for me. When you have this, it has that symphony type feel. It's going through a lot of different type of terrains in the sense of what is pushing through. And at the same time, that roundness is a really great way to describe it.
So the OG, I still like it with the 2 drops of water. But I feel like instead of amplifying some of those notes, I feel like it dulled some of those notes on the
woke
palate.
up the chocolate like crazy.
But
on the
barrel pick, I'm getting chocolate for days.
Yeah, I think it did the same job on both of them. That's wild.
And I think the barrel pick from Hy-Vee, nothing muted, nothing dulled, everything heightened just a little bit more.
So we didn't talk about bottle presentation a whole lot. I'm sure on the original Buffalo Trace episode we did talk about it at great length because that's what we do. We hyperanalyze and we get in the weeds on things.
I have a tendency to really get in the weeds.
Being a
on
graphic
that stuff
designer.
because that's what I do.
and he's really good at it.
This guy's good.
We're having a moment here.
I mean,
Put the heart.
Last time when we
There we go.
oh
I'm waiting for the hearts to.
Right.
Can we have an animation where the hearts push out?
They're
Anyway,
gonna show
you
up.
think we can't? No, I've always been a fan of the Buffalo Trace presentation because several reasons, but I love how they've incorporated the silk screening printing directly on the bottle with an actual label that is very purposely torn edge. It looks like a strip of paper that's been torn there / you've peeled away the barrel to expose this buffalo that's staring you down.
It's probably the buffalo that did it, y'all.
I love that. And then the backside, you've got your typical info label off the back.
Got a little story back there telling you about the distillery.
Yep. We got a nice composite cork on there. Nothing wrong with that. But I do love that they do a foil top on there that is branded and it has all the things. It's a great shaped bottle. It's a very standard, especially for Buffalo Trace. You know, the Weller's comes in this style bottle, slightly different. I think it's a little bit more elongated. Yeah, but it's got the bubble right there.
Yeah, still got the bubble.
And and because it's a store pick, you've got the Sazerac Select.
And that's the only
decal.
difference I see.
It is. It's absolutely the only difference.
It's just that little medallion there.
Yep.
And for me, I don't think that's enough to bump it up or knock it
No,
down.
and I do know because we are members of the Sazerac Barrel Select program.
Yeah.
I do know that as part of that program, Sazerac / Buffalo Trace gives you the ability to, in this case, it looks like they just said what they wanted on their sticker, which was Hy-Vee LS West. Hy-Vee with Lee Summit West. They give you the option to upload your own logo / artwork to go in that space.
Okay.
If you don't have one to upload, you just get the standard typeface that's on there.
Okay.
If and when we get to do our own barrel, you better believe we will be uploading a very, very custom logo.
100%.
Because
and if you want to help us get to that milestone, to that goal that we have set so lofty high up there in the clouds, well, hop onto Patreon. First of all, it's free. You can go to savortheburn.com, click that drop-down menu, or if you're on desktop, it's just right along the top there. You can click on Patreon and see what it is that we have to offer. There are 3 different tiers. What is it, $3, $5, and $10?
Yes, sir.
Dollars, or you can start off free. Yep. And, there's a newsletter, there's merch discounts available. You might get a first crack at special event details and or coupon codes. It just depends. We don't know. We're always trying to come up with cool new stuff to put into the Patreon. So, consider that. It's a lot of fun for us to give back to our fellow whiskey enthusiast friends and family here. Just like Bruzel says, the whiskey's it's not just a business, it's a family business.
Yeah.
It's a relationship.
It's a relationship business.
It's a community.
Community, by golly.
Everybody together.
Some words, and I tooled it, but you get the point, right?
Segue into, what did you give this on the nose?
On the nose, I gave it a 4 1/4. I was very happy with it. Very happy with it. How about you?
I'm not far off of you. I'm at 4.
You're at 4?
Yep.
Well, all right, we're tracking. How about you, KC Kid? Where'd you come in on the nose?
I did a 4 as well.
All right.
Again, I'm still a rookie here at the Savor the Burn. Like, I mean, I'm still a rookie. I'm still learning, and again, I'm still being the sponge. Even though I've been here on a few times, I think again on the nose, I was right there with Dubs, but at the same time, for me, like, I wasn't getting everything that everyone else was getting.
Not everybody will.
Yeah.
Not everybody will. I mean, everybody's palate's different. Moving on to the palate, where there was mint, there was vanilla custard, vanilla bean, caramel, and oak. Oak char on the palate. It seemed to me like some of the things on the nose dropped off, but other things that were on the nose got elevated and just kind of bloomed. Like spring wildflowers. It was really, really, really good. And I had a hard time believing that is a Buffalo Trace. It was so palatable. Anyway, so I was very, very impressed with it. I gave it a 4.75.
Nice.
Yeah, very impressed with it. How about you, W2?
I came up to 4 1/4.
4 1/4? Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at that. How about you, Chain Man?
I did 4.5.
4.5. You're right in between.
Splitting the difference.
There. And I mean, again, that for me, the vanilla at the end.
Yeah.
As it was pushing through, and we'll talk about the finish as well. Like,
well, there's late palate, early finish.
So like, it was just one of those things that it was like, wow, like, just blown away by that. Like to have that taste. So
yeah, so good. It's a far cry from what is it? Dead Guy, Rogue Spirits.
Yeah,
I mean that's a totally different thing. And I only brought that up because our first interactions with Chandler on Savor the Burn involved Rogue Spirits.
I'm a dead guy. Yep. I'm a dead guy.
We'll move on to the finish here. There was mint, oak char, vanilla, caramel. To me, it felt like the caramel, it evolved a little bit to a richer kind of caramel, whatever this is. That's what it was to the caramel. It was medium warm, and it was a nice Kentucky hug, I felt. And but it wasn't enough to keep me at the 4.75, so I just dropped it down a click to 4.25.
All right. Very nice.
No, I'm sorry, 4.5, not 4.25. Goodness. Sorry. How about you, W2?
I was rolling steady. I kept it right at 4 1/4.
Kept it right at 4 1/4?
Yep.
Well, your palate's not my palate.
Nope.
You keep your palate over there. Keep your palate across 8 Mile. Mom spaghetti. How about you, Chandler?
4.5.
Kid, 4.5?
Yeah, 4.5 as well. I kept it going with the 4.5 that I had on the palate, so the finish was the same. Yep.
Now, when it comes to bottle presentation, we talked about it probably at great length, more than we probably should have, because we talked about it, bottle presentation, on the OG episode many, many moons ago, and gave our scores on it there.
Yep.
My score was a 3 even. Your score was a 4 even.
It was.
So I'm interested to see if it's changed, if it's come down a little bit.
Well, the Casey kid said he could hear the calibrating going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
calibrification.
I recalibrated.
You did.
I did.
All right.
I came down to 375.
Wow. You did not come down as far as I thought you would have.
And I thought about going farther, but
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
baby steps. The next barrel pick that we get with theirs, that's another opportunity to reevaluate.
Maybe, and it's not like the bottle changed. It's just
No.
You get more and more jaded as you have another 100 whiskeys that you've had.
Yeah.
But I mean, to your defense, everything that you said about the bottle and the bottle presentation and the design aspect,
I love it.
This, that, and fucking everything, you had nothing but compliments. So of course your rating is going to be sky high. I mean, sky high. I mean, it's 375.
Yeah.
I kept mine locked in at a 3 on bottle presentation. I'm not mad at it at all. I just don't think that the little medallion bumps it up to me.
It doesn't warrant anything.
Yeah. I love the bottle though. The green, like I think in the original, you said the green is indicative of the Buffalo Trace Distillery colors.
That is the brand.
So I get it. It's like that kind of dark, kind of Hartford, felt green there.
Not to be confused with rye.
Not to be confused with rye. It's a different green.
Yep.
There are so many different shades of green. Just like so many different shades of the KC Kid. What'd you give it for bottle presentation?
I gave it a 3.
Gave it a 3.
And I think part of it, again, I'm probably calibrating. If I was here on a regular basis, like you two, I would probably have my calibration would be different. It's been a while, and so like I don't remember what I've done in the past, and I don't know what I'm going to do in the future. But what I do know, what I'm going to do now, is kind of that part of everything that Dub said. That Mr. Wilkes said. I mean, I completely agree with Mr. Wilkes. I completely agree. Also, here's the thing. In high school, we were the Buffaloes, the Golden Buffaloes. So like I felt like kind of a kinship to this, but at the same time, I thought from a design perspective, it does things great. Yep. And also doesn't elevate it into the, look at it. It's just traveling on. Oh, give me a home. Well, here's the thing. I feel like it does things great. It's successul, but it's not where it's elevated to a point where I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this bottle in a way that, you want to keep this bottle forever. And so I gave it a 3. Yeah. I think that, again,
I'll never look at it and go, wow.
I love really clean, and Dubs knows this. I love really clean, straightforward design work. And I think it does that really, really well. So does it accomplish all the goals that's there? Absolutely.
Yeah. I think too, not to cut you off, but just to kind of interject in there. For me, one of the criteria that I look at a lot is, does it help sell the bottle when it's on the shelf? You may not be familiar with Buffalo Trace. You may not have every single bottle from their portfolio and actively getting those. You may be a Jim Beam white label guy. So one of the things that I always try to throw at that when I'm trying to figure out where is my compass pointing at is, if I'm seeing this on the shelf for the first time, is it going to catch my attention? Or is the look of this bottle going to be memorable enough that when I see it again and again and again, is it going to stick?
I think it hits both points.
If I don't pick it up the first time, am I gonna remember it and go, oh yeah, I do remember that. Let's give that a try.
I wanted to try that.
$23? Yeah, why not?
Absolutely.
But I mean, here's the thing. And you could have, this. We could have a separate hour plus episode talking about design stuff, and also and also talking about, like, in the sense of understanding from a design perspective price point, and like you don't want to over promise something from a design perspective. You want to kind of design it to a certain set, saying like, this is where we're in the price range, and it's okay and it's fine, because you don't want to over promise things. We know, like, and to get outside of just like bourbon talk, but like, that's why certain things like Apple, they have a luxury style that makes everybody, even though, you know, tons of people have iPhones, there's a certain presence that when you, from a design perspective and from a marketing perspective, that they're pushing to make you feel that way. Nike, same way. There's a certain type of aura with that brand and how they look and how they do certain things that you want that to feel. And obviously with the bottles behind, like there's a certain design style that we could break down every single design and say, let's talk about the price point of this. And then it says, does it match the design that we're talking about? Because they're going to design to the price point that you're looking
100%.
for. And so
that's why there's no tube. That's why there's not a bag or a box or anything.
Yeah. And I hope
it's their entry level, or their how did I put it earlier? It's their standard offering release.
Yep. And I hope that when like I pop up here when we're talking about this from a design perspective, like, I mean, it's those layers that like maybe the, you know, the average consumer, the lay person that doesn't necessarily think about design as much as like, you know, Dubs and I are thinking about it. Like, those are the parts that play into it, because you, again, you don't want to overpromise from a design perspective, where all of a sudden it's like, man, this looks like $100, but it drinks like a $30 thing. Like, it's like
a $20 navigator.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was going to say, this sounds like a navigator conversation.
I think about navigator.
We're not going to navigate to that, but
yeah, we're not going to do that.
To your point, I use that in everyday life. The under promise, over deliver. Yeah, it keeps people happy with me. You know, it's just a personal thing that I do. I didn't have a name for it until, you know, Johnny Deere Morning Show came along. You know, rest in peace, Johnny Deere Morning Show. I mean, he's still out there. Finally, he's starting to do things.
Oh man,
on Live Wire and that kind of thing. It's fun to see him out there doing his thing with Jesse James Dupree and all the people. Yeah. But so we have 4 categories. We already went over them: nose, palate, finish, bottle, presentation. Out of a 0 to 5, arbitrary, how we're feeling about it tonight, today, any given time, at that moment, right now is that moment, rating. And it's all individual.
It's this experience right here.
This experience right here. 0 to 5, how we feel about it. We jot that down. And so all those 4 categories add up to 20.
Yep.
Possible 20. And then we divide that number, whatever we came up with, by 2. And that's how we get our 0 to 10 rating scale.
The math is mathing.
Math is mathing. Right? Fantastic. It's not like a chainsaw to the skull. I came to 8.25, 8 and a quarter. It was an easy 8 and a quarter for me. I think I probably could have come up a quarter point
for a $23 bottle. That is a stellar score.
It is. It's just, I don't know. I always, like, at the end of our math, ever since we started doing this rating system, and I know we're going to get into a different rating system in the future.
We're working towards it.
Yeah, it's like,
thanks, Kyle.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Kyle. But, you know, anyway, so like, I always think, I add up the numbers, I divide those by 2, and I think, man, I don't know. Do I really feel about it that way? Because when we're just throwing an arbitrary number at the whole thing, the whole experience, I was like, I would have given it a higher one. So, yeah, we're trying to be more discerning. And now we're trying to do it again.
We're not pinning the tail on the donkey.
No.
We're trying to be a little bit more scientific about it.
Yes, we want to know exactly where that donkey is, or even if it's in the ballpark before we go.
Or is it a donkey?
Even grabbing it. It might not even be a donkey. It might just be your ex-girlfriend, Lisa. I mean, holy smokes. No. Anyway, so where are you at on your final score? You got a 4, a 425, 425, and a 375.
I'm just a hair under you at 8 and 1/8.
Oh wow. Okay.
8.125.
Okay. This is wild, y'all. Chandler.
Listen.
Casey Kidd, Kalamazoo.
Talk to us.
Listen, I feel like I'm the toughest critic today. I feel like I'm like channeling Tim. That's how I feel. Like I'm the toughest critic right now. Shout out to Tim. I have an 8. That's what's going on right now. So that's what.
But we're all within a half point of each other. 8.
Oh
yeah. 8 and an 8.
Okay.
8 and a quarter. Yeah.
Mr. Wrestling guy. There we go.
There we go. So
it felt appropriate.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns about how we came up with these ratings? I seriously doubt it. After all this, do you think we're crazy? Do you think we're? Where on the spectrum do you find our craziness? Like, no, there's no way that bottle's that good. Or like, no, you guys rated that way too low. Let us know. Send us an email. Info, Jonathan, W2 or KCKid at savortheburn.com. We definitely want to.
It's a thing.
It's a whole ass thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
KCKID or KCKIDD. KCKid.
I like the double D.
Yeah.
I mean,
they both work. They both get there.
I'm happy with the D. I like the double D.
Can I ask real quick, what cocktail would you make with that? Based on what you like, the flavor and stuff like that?
But yeah, specifically.
Is there one that, yeah.
Any and all, but yeah, you start with old fashioned. I have grown quite fond of going to Boulevardiers, and I love revolvers.
Okay.
And ever since we were at Bullet, and I got a revolver there, they torched the orange. They twisted the orange and skewered it, and left a little bit of a flap on there, and then torched it and dropped it down in there. Yeah.
And then I got some
fantastic.
I got some cocktail that had a marshmallow in it. They're like torch the shit out of it. It's like it wasn't a s'mores.
It was a s'mores.
It was a s'mores? Well, no wonder I loved it. Fat kids love s'mores.
I came back and recreated that one too.
It was delicious.
You can find that in the liquor cabinet or in the cocktails.
You know what you won't find at savortheburn.com/liquor cabinet is anything Bullet.
That's true.
We have not gotten into that. And I think after that experience at their distillery, I think we should.
Yep.
A lot of people love it.
While we're there, we did try their cask strength, and we tried their bottled and bond. Mm-hmm. And I kind of like both of those. So maybe.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Are you a Bullet fan?
Yeah. How do you spell Bullet? There's a lot of different ways, come to find out. So before we wrap, Kalamazoo, how do we find you?
You can find me at Kalamazoo, KALIMIZZOU. I did not go to Mizzou. I went to K-State, but there's a long story by reason I call myself by Kalamazoo and the KC Kid. The KC Kid is a little bit more self-explanatory.
That happened here.
Because I'm from Kansas City, and I am that kid, and, howdy doody. Anyway, you can find me there, and other than that, it's great to be hanging out with y'all.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, sir, for one more again for hanging out with us on this episode. And no matter who you are, where you are, what you're drinking, and who you're drinking it with, never forget, keep on burning.
Yeah.
Great episode, y'all.
Yes, sir.